Hi everyone. Sorry I haven't really been posting too much lately. It's been a bit of a tough few weeks to be honest. Getting used to the new chemo because obviously it's a lot stronger. As you've seen on one of my posts, it's just ridiculously strong. It just wipes you out. It's vile stuff. The stuff that it does to your body and the stuff that it does to your mind, your brain, your functionings, like honest to God, it's just intense. So not only are you on your strong chemo, you've got all your like anti-sickness injections, this, that, all these other medications that you have to take on top of that chemo. Two separate chemo, two like chemotherapies, plus all these injections and other meds, and it's like your body is just under so much pressure. It's ridiculous. You wake up in the morning and you just like, you can't see nothing, you can't think, you feel ill as hell. And it's like, so, well, for me personally, I can get someday, obviously I haven't spent a day in bed since I've had cancer. I've not spent one day in bed, but I'll always get out of bed and get on the couch, do you know what I mean? So obviously the first few weeks and stuff when I was on the pack, I was fine. I was quite active in the gym. This is a lot harsher on your body, like a lot harsher on your body. And to be honest, I feel like I just feel sorry for anyone going through anything like this because there's just no understanding behind it neither, and it's bad because you don't really realise what someone goes through when they're battling cancer. There's more than just the battle of cancer. There's so many different things, and you can just tell that people don't understand, and it's not their fault. But you can tell people just don't buy the things they say, like the things they do, the things they just, even though they just, no one will ever understand. But it's good to be able to get like a few good family members and or friends around you that do understand, or at least try and understand, or whatever, because for me, like this part of the journey is the toughest for me. And it's like trying to keep hold of your own sanity while your brain is trying to deal with everything that's being put in your body. So you're like on all these drugs trying to just, one, fight cancer, and two, get through the days. Do you know what I mean? Your day to day. I'm a mum, so I've got to be a mum. It's difficult because you haven't got the attention span. You don't even you're walking around the house in a daze. You don't even know what you're doing. Some days I look and I've lost 6 hours on the clock because I don't know what I've been doing. My mind must have been that frantic, and I've been pottering around the house, and then I'm like, and I'm thinking, oh, I need to sit down now. And then I've looked at the clock and I think, hours have passed. What have I been doing for hours? I should be resting. But your body never rests. It can't rest because your mind's not rested. So while all this is like happening to you, you're just trying to keep your sanity through it. And that's very hard. And I understand how people lose themselves during these experiences because I can't even begin to put into words how to even explain this, what happens to you. And then obviously everyone has their own individual take on it and their own individual journey with it. So for me at the minute, this is opening all kinds of things for me. So I'm having to go back to my childhood and deal with things where I've been broke over the years. I'm broken. I've been broke for years. But, over the years I've fixed me, I've built myself up and I've fixed myself. Obviously now, going through this experience makes you take that look a lot harder at yourself. This, for me, this is more than like, this whole experience moving forward, I've took this experience and I am going to make myself the best person I can possibly be right now. Ready to move forward with my life. To be the person that I want to be. To live the life that I want to live. To finally, now that I've realised actually I am actually an amazing person, because I never realised how amazing I was before now. The way I've dealt with this, and just like when I break myself down and I see all the qualities I've got and all the things and blah, blah, blah. break it all down, and I just think, wow, you should be really proud of yourself. But I'm someone who has always beat myself up or not let myself feel that gratitude. I've always felt low of myself and put myself last or put everyone else above me and all this and blah, blah, blah. So for me, this part of my journey is soul searching, fixing, healing, all the issues and healings and shit that I need to get into place. Do you know what I mean? For the person I know I want to be and for the life I know I want to live. So that's what I've been doing. I'm just scrutinising everything, just taking this experience to just have a better life and become a better person and a new direction in life. Like, things that this has opened my eyes up to and the things like I'm going to be doing now on my blogs are just like, my blogs now are just going to be so good, but I just can't put that effort into them not an effort, I haven't got the energy to put in right now because I need it for myself. So some days, I might not want to come on and talk, and especially now when I'm on the stronger stuff, because I can't even watch myself on video. I can't even watch myself on the video because I'm talking and it looks like, because of the way it looks, because of all the meds, people would be more worried and think, oh my God, she looks terrible, or, oh, can you hear the way she's talking? But regardless of that shell, behind that, in my head, I'm me and all my thoughts are the same. Like, I haven't lost my mind, do you know what I mean? But it's a battle, keeping your mind every day with the battles you're going through, with the medication you're on. Then you've got people bringing all other stupid shit to you, like, that you just don't need, just pathetic stuff that no one cares about because there's bigger things fucking going on here. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just trying to save my life and make myself a better person, realise who belongs in my life and who doesn't. That's no thing of mine. People who want to be there and deserve to be there. If they don't, they don't. That's no problem of mine. Go and take it up with that person, not me. So it's a very, very, very lonely journey. And I'm sure anyone in my shoes or anyone who's experienced anything like this will say the same thing. The loneliness is just mad. I'm not even going to delve in too much, but all I'm going to say is it's just a very, very strange experience, and you have to go and talk to really dark places that you don't want to go and deal with things you might necessarily don't want to deal with, but you've got to, because they're all coming to the surface, and they're coming to a surface for a reason. They're coming to the surface because these are things that should have really been fixed before and whatever, and that's fine. So this whole experience, and I don't even know if I'm making sense when I'm coming on here, because I've got so much going on in my mind, and my mind's just like that it's like, it probably might not even come out right what I'm saying. I might just be talking gibberish. So that's why, like, the last few days, there's no way I could have come on the camera. I was just like, my mind was just not, like, it was here, but it wasn't. It's like you're trapped in like a shell. It's like you're trapped in this shell, so your shell's doing something, coming across it one way, but you're trapped in the real way inside of it. So this is probably where, like, people with Alzheimer's and people like who are actually like losing their mind a bit, dementia, things like that, for, like, medically, I get like that process, that beginning process of that first, of like losing yourself, and then people acting different with you because I'm not listening to you. People don't listen. That's the thing. If people listen to you and took the time out to understand what you're saying to them, and or whatever, that would make things a million times easier. But if you've not got that people like that around you, that's where it's hard. And that's where you do start feeling, oh right, I'm on my own now. And then you start like, and that's where these feelings can be created. So you've just got to try and not let that happen and be consumed too much by it. But at the same time, for me, things are just loud and clear, and I'm just getting my shit together, ready to move on with my life, for a better life. That is all I've taken from this experience. is my life will never be the same again after this. I'm telling you that for nothing. No one's ready for the things I'm coming out with after this. So I know the life I want, and I know the person I want to be. I know the life I want for me and my daughter, and I know the life we're going to have. And I feel like this experience has really, really, is really going to do that for me. So even at my worst, I'm still positive. Do you know what I mean? I am still glad that this happened. I'm glad I'm being took to these dark places, and that I'm doing all this self-searching and fixing and healing. And do you know what I mean? It's an amazing feeling. It's an amazing feeling realising certain things about yourself that you've never realised before. This experience is so many different experiences in one. Bigger, way bigger than breast cancer. This experience for me is massive. Way bigger than blood cancer. Way bigger. This for me. So I'm just, the next few weeks are going to be tough. I've got 2 more sessions left of chemo. That's it. That's the hardest part. I just got to get through these 2. Keep me sanity. Keep me health as good as I can. And don't get me wrong, like the shakes are bad. The shakes, constantly rattling, waking up in cold sweats. Oh, it's disgusting. I would not wish this on my worst enemy. Wouldn't wish it on them. But all things considered, with everything that I'm having to deal with, and all like other things that I'm really having to, that are coming up from the surface, it's hard. So it's just a bit of a mad time. But the chemo was very strong. The drugs are horrible. It's tough. Or everyone who I'm speaking to is on the journey with me. They're struggling. It's horrible. It's horrible. It is absolutely horrible. But I'm glad for like the experiences in such way. My understanding now of things, my understanding of certain situations, people's minds, do you know, like, I feel like, because I've experienced cancer, you kind of experience like your mental health, then there's like Alzheimer's, then there's this, you're experiencing quite a few things, even if you don't realise it, do you know what I mean? So I'm just glad for the experiences. I'm just taking it as an opportunity to learn about myself and about how things work and whatever, and just that's how I'm just taking this whole experience. So I'm sat at home and I am struggling, but there's certain elements to this whole experience that are just amazing. It's just sad that it's had to be distracted by other things that it shouldn't have been. Like certain people in my life and things that causing me aggro that it just shouldn't be. Do you know what I mean? That stuff should never even come into this box. But yet it still makes its way in there, and that's people for you. That's selfish people who don't care, who not that they don't care, but they just care about themselves more. That's all it is. They still care about you, but they just care about them more, and what they say goes, and whatever. That's just people. That's just selfish people. I don't understand. I'm not selfish, so I don't know. But because I've took this time, I'm just taking this time to myself to battle my cancer, to save my life, to heal, and to fix anything that was still broke, to go on and have an amazing life. And I'm doing all that while I'm battling cancer. So that's me for the next few weeks. I've got the shakes. It's horrible, but I'm okay. It's just sad that other people have to bring your experience down for you. It's just sad when you're doing so well, or you're trying to, and all they care about is their issues and their problems and whatever, and that matters more than yours, and that's why it's brought to you. So I don't know. just a very unique experience, but nothing I can't handle at all. Nothing I didn't already know, really. When it comes to like when they say when you go through certain times in your life and you just see black and white, it's that easy like that. You see it, boom, played out. All of a sudden, you just see everything. For me, that's my experience. My senses and everything are heightened at the minute. Like, it's mad. You just see everything just like that, madness. But yeah, I haven't been posting as much. I'll probably post a bit more now that I'm getting a little bit. I'm coming out of it, but it's hard because